36 roll challenge, part 2, day 5. Well, let me put that back there. Went to the casino yesterday with my throw. I wasn't sure if it was going to work out very well or not. You know, like I said, previously I've done well at home and gone to the casino and not done so well. I found that it worked quite well. I got to throw twice in about 3 hours time. It was pretty crazy. When I got to the table, there were 4 people ahead of me. 2 of them went. After the 2 people, I was down probably $40, somewhere around there. I started with 200. I was down to about 160. Maybe a little less. I'm not sure. So didn't get to be exactly where I wanted to be stick right 2. I ended up stick right 3, which is about a little bit further, about a foot further, 1.5 feet, something like that. And when I finally got to throw, I was throwing a little bit short. You know, I wasn't getting into my normal land zone, just past the pass line, right there. I was throwing right at the front of the pass line, or maybe even right. I was basically hitting right in this area instead of this area. And you know, I had to adjust from that, obviously. But you know, my first throw, I ended up hitting. I made 3 points. I was on my 4th one when I 7'd out. You know, I'm throwing nothing but 7s apparently. But I threw for probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I don't know exactly how long it was. I hit the small, and I had, you know, everything but the 12 for the, you know, for everything. I mean, I wasn't quite ready for my bets, if that makes sense. I started out, you know, like I said, there was 4 people in front of me. 2 of them threw, you know, and I was down, and then the other 2 just decided not to throw, so it came to me, and I was like, oh. So I had to I threw a 2-2-2 out there for me, for the ATS. I put $5 on the pass line, and I just went ahead and I threw first. I didn't have anything working on to come out. Once I established my point, I think it was a 6, I don't know, 6 or 8. I established my point, put 32 across out there. Very low level betting. Like I said, I wasn't quite ready when it got to me. I hadn't decided what I wanted to do yet. So I just put 32 across out there, and I started throwing. And I hit. The first thing I did is I took about 4 hits, including a. I don't know if I put that out there or not. I hit my point once, and I had 4 hits on my box numbers, and then I thought to myself, I might want to start pressing. So I started pressing at that point. I think I had maybe 8 rolls in before I started pressing anything. a couple of craps numbers and stuff like that. So I started pressing after about 8 numbers. Oops. And I got the 4, 5, and 9 up to a quarter, and I got the 8 up to 24. And I hit the 4, 5, and 9 once each. And, you know, among other hits, you know, I had everything at least once, except for, you know, as far as the box numbers, I'd hit everything at least once. And most of them more than once. And then I started, you know, like I said, I started pressing things. I didn't hit any of my $25 bets or the 8 more than, you know, I hit the 4, 5, and 9 once, and I didn't hit them again after that. So I got that, you know, 105 there, plus probably another 40 or so from my other bets, you know, where I didn't, you know, I took like 4, 5, $7, $9 type things. I think I'm on the 9. I forgot to move it. So I ended up, you know, 140 there. I hit the low for another 70. So I made about $210 on that throw. Plus or minus, well, no, definitely not minus. I was definitely plus from there, if anything. So I was happy with that roll. You know, I got the table, you know, good throw, you know. If I'd been ready, I think I would have made more. As far as if I'd been ready to, if I knew what my strategy was going to be before I started, for me, I would have probably made more. You know, I would have done at least the El Toro and put something on the 9. Got another, you know, 35 or $40 there. It's hard to say. And I would have, you know, like I said, I think I took five hits before I even started pressing, because I wanted to make sure that I made some money off of it, and I wasn't, you know, like I said, this is the first time I've been to the casino with this, so I wasn't sure how well it would do, so I wanted to get money back while I could, you know. So I went through all that, I made 200 and something dollars, right? I was, like I said, I was probably about $230, but I think I was down 40-ish, 50-ish when I started my roll, and I was only down, like, well, not down, I was up, I was like 295, or 395, I think, when I finished my roll. So I made, you know, like 170 maybe, 270. But anyway, I made quite a bit on that roll. Unfortunately, I didn't get to roll again for another, shoot, I don't know. There was at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had to wait for another at least 12 people, maybe 14, before I could get my hands on the dice again. Second roll, I had a little better idea what I wanted to do. I was a little bit lower than what well, actually I was a lot lower. I was, instead of being close to 400, I was under 300. And I wanted to make sure that I, won some money. So I went with, the 66 inside, take it down after 3 or 4. That was fun. That's what I did. I So I set up 66 inside, I hit my four hits on the inside. Took it down to 32. Probably got 2 or 3 more hits, so and I think I threw maybe 9 times, and then I hit, the first time I hit like 3 points. This time I hit the 1 point. At the end of that point, my come out roll after I hit the point was a 7, so I lost the 32 that was out there because I was working it. Put another 32 out there. Went ahead and hit probably 3 more times, 4 more times. Didn't quite make back the 32 that I lost, but I made some of it back. And then 7'd out again. At that point, it's like I'm not waiting another 3 hours to shoot, or it wasn't 3 hours, but it was another hour and some odd change. My feet were hurting. I was just basically bleeding money slowly. I discovered that it's not as easy to do the blender from stick right or stick left or whatever. I'm not sure how to get my money to the don't come is what I'm getting at. Because you basically gotta lean way across the table because it's self-serve bet. So if you're not over there by it, it's not exactly easy to do. So I don't know if you give it to the dealer and have them put it for you, or if you have to do it yourself. I'm not sure. So I didn't try it. I would have liked to have done that on the Randy's, but I didn't. I just need a 5 for a small now. See if we can get that on this throw. This should be a 5. It's a 9. Oh well. I'll get it eventually, maybe. If I'm lucky. If I didn't hit it, I was as far as the ATS, I needed a 3 and a 12 again for my ATS to get one side or the other, or both. So I didn't hit the ATS on the second roll, but I came close. But the first time, let me rephrase that. On the first roll, there's a 5. So there's our ATS, or low. First roll I needed 3. The second roll I needed the 12 for an ATS, for a tall or a small. I never got close enough. I didn't get one away on the second round. And then I made, well, because there's my everything, ATS. So I don't know. I think it was a successful trip. I made $145. It could have been more. If I could have got I really feel like if I could have got my hands on the dice more, I'd have made more. Unfortunately, when there's that many people there, it's just, you can just, forget it. It's Labor Day weekend. Everybody was out and about. My feet were hurting, so I quit playing. Went and looked for my wife. We ended up playing slots for a while, something we could sit down at. We had a drawing going on that we were trying to win some Cadillac or something, but never got drawn for it, so we left. We only played slots to stick around, right? Anyway, it was a good trip. At least a good experience with on the table, and I'm much more confident in my throw now. I mean, this has been a pretty good throw right here, and you know, I tip the dealers as I go. I don't wait till I finish or anything like that. I want to make sure that they're in the game. They're with me. They make sure I don't forget stuff. You know, like turning on my bets. I did that once. You know, like with the dealer, oh, you made me turn off. You know, you had me turn off, or you didn't turn on my bets for me. I forgot to tell you. And he's like, so he looked at the pit boss. Pit boss says, yeah, go ahead. They let me turn them on for the come out, so they paid me $9 for the 10 I hit. Like, okay, cool. But like I said, I always, you know, whenever I get extra ones, first thing I do is put a hard way out there for the dealers. You know, leave that going, keep it up as much as I can. You know, if they, you know, as long as I have ones, I'll replace anything that hits. And then another thing I like to do is put $2 here in the field. You know, like I have the hard ways going, I put $2 in the field, and I do this fairly often. Because, you know, it keeps them in the game, it keeps them on your side. You know, if you have a throw that doesn't hit the wall or something, they're not going to yell at you. You know, and I hit at this casino the 12 pays 3x or 3 times, basically triple. So I had their $2 out there. I hit the triple 3 times for them, so that was cool. Hit the double like twice on the 2. Did a pretty good job for them. They were happy. They made sure I was taken care of, so to speak. You know, they were on the ball. And that, if you do that, I mean, it just makes the whole table better. You know, if you tip the dealers as you're going, the whole table moves better. You know, they're not grouchy or, you know. Man, that was a good throw too. Well, it gives us a chance to hit one more of these before we're done. I got a few rolls left. Oh, there's a come out too. Alright. I don't know if I marked that or not, so we're going to mark it. If I had already marked it, oh well. Alright, so I was saying, if you tip the dealers as you're playing, you know, for one, they know they're going to have a tip, and they're in your corner and everything. If you wait till the end, unless you're there all the time, and they know that's going to happen, you know, the table can get, I like a table that's happy. If the table's happy, I don't know, it seems like the rolls go a little better, you know, they don't just do 7 out, they might hit a couple points before they 7 out. I'm always, I think if the dealers are happy, you'll be happy. And they like, you know, they want to play the game too. It's, you know, they're there every day. They want to, you know, if they can become part of the play, that's awesome. You know, it's part of the fun of it. And if you give them chips, they're fine with that too. You know, just say, here you go. You know, like, and when I left, the last thing I did before I left is I gave them a 2-1-2 on the ATS. It's like, have fun, good luck, you know. And I don't know how they did. Hopefully they won something. But that's just how I am. I think overall they probably got from my 2 rolls, they probably made. I think I hit a hard 8 3 times, and plus numerous field bets. They probably made $30 on the field, plus $30 on the hard 8. So they made $60 off of my 2 rolls, which, plus a few other field bets where they only got like, minimal, single bets. Because they got, 3 of these for, that's $18, plus 2 of those for, 4, 8. That's $26 right there. Plus I put it in there all the time. Anyway. I like, they appreciate it. Let's just put it that way. They appreciate it, and they let you know they appreciate it. Like if, a lot of the casinos, in this particular one, they don't really do a lot of comps, like hotel, or not hotel, buffet or whatever type of comps. You don't do a lot of those. But I bet if I asked, they'd compliment me a buffet or something. Or maybe even the steakhouse, who knows. But I never ask, It's no big deal to me. If I'm winning, I want them to be winning. Because, they're doing a good job. And they don't make a lot of money. At least as far as hourly. Tips is what gets them by. That's going to be it for me. So, like I said, it was a good trip. Had fun. Didn't win a Cadillac. Didn't expect to win a Cadillac, but it was worth a try. And place was freaking packed. I mean, they have 4 tables. There's usually 2 and sometimes 3 going. They had all 4 tables going, and all 4 of them were packed. And like I said, there was at least 12 people between my first and my second roll, and maybe even 14. And still came out ahead, so I call that a win. I call that a big win because so many people, so many minefields to get through. I didn't do a really hefty strategy. I did a pass line. 111 ATS. Nobody ever hit anything for me on that. And then I would play the 6 and 8. That's it. And then if they hit that a couple times, I might split out to the 5 and 9. And occasionally throw some field bets out there, just if I was feeling, however I was feeling. And if I went a little bit, I even bet for the dealers on other people, just to keep them in the game. Anyway, that's it. Tomorrow's Labor Day. Have a good one.